Bernie.
I went to download the app they wanted me to download, and my phone did not want to accept the app.
Otis.
No, because it's a piece of shit app.
Right. So that's
You
like
just,
your
you just
phone
sent your
is,
credit card information to China,
yeah,
and you have COVID. 2022, you're either in real estate or COVID.
or COVID.
One of the two. You're making
Look,
billions.
Look, Bitcoin and COVID. I want you to invest in both.
This is Weird with Otis and Bernie.
You know what? I don't even know if I'm going to be able to talk through this tonight because I bit my lip earlier when I was eating dinner.
Yeah,
and it's still touching my teeth. It's bothering me. Hey, welcome to This Is Weird.
I'm glad you opened up with the most important piece of information you had.
As I was waiting, I'm like, why is this thing still? It's like swollen because I bit it like 3 times while I was eating.
Yeah, you got into that. Yeah, you did mention that.
I just wanted to be real weird off the bat.
Right.
I'm Otis. That's Bernie. And
Hi.
we do this every single week, 8:00 Wednesdays. We drop a brand new episode, and you can follow along with @ThisWeirdPod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
All the things. Twitch.
It's there. We will only steal a little bit of your data if you come and follow us. And so it's been an interesting week. I was just saying that I was a little late recording tonight because I had to finish my first grader's school project as we sit here on Sunday night.
There's nothing like teaching the important lesson of procrastination to your children. I do it every single time. My kids are like, "We got a project to do." I'm like, we'll do it. We'll do it this weekend. We'll do it this Sunday night comes around. Oh God, we got to do the project. What do we have to do?
She didn't
understand. We have to glue 19 things together. Oh crap.
She doesn't understand when I sit her down. I'm like, this is your responsibility. I'm going over there and drinking.
Listen, you're going to learn a hard lesson right here. You wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
It ain't going to go well. Good luck.
I do find it funny. It is completely true. If you do not have a kid, that your kid will mirror the very worst qualities that you have every time. And so I'm not a particularly tidy person. I'm not tidy in the way that, like people can just like put things back in the places that they belong. I'm not one of those people, and nor is she. And so when I have to say to her, why is your room a mess? You have to put stuff away. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't put stuff away. It's rough.
She's getting to the age where she's going to give it back to you. You're going to say, why is your room messy? And she's going to say, well, yours is, Dad.
I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it by watching you.
Yeah. I'm horrible at the homework too. I'm always doing it last second. And I was like this in college. So nothing has changed. I've figured out in the 20 years since I've been in college. But I'm teaching them of that important lesson that you can still get it done. Just hustle. Let's do that.
Yeah, you can still,
I'm not a planner. I'm just going to make it happen. I was like that. I was the guy that studied overnight or did the paper, red eye paper.
Yeah.
And then turned it in the next morning, didn't go to class because I'm like, I need to sleep now.
All I want is for her to be a better student than me. That's all I want in this year.
She's already smarter than you, I can tell.
That's all I want is for her to be more diligent and thoughtful with her work than me.
My week consisted of my birthday and
Nice.
Coming up on the age that I am, it was nothing but full excitement that you would expect out of a birthday. And when I say that, I mean, I did nothing but go to my son's baseball and then yard work all weekend long.
Yeah.
Birthday weekend was turned up with some mulch.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited. It's Otis's 58th birthday, everybody. Okay.
I had the name of a 58-year-old.
Hang on. We're going to celebrate. It's Otis's 58th birthday.
Much more than this. I did it
my
way.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Listen, definitely not that old, but I feel that old.
Yeah.
So I was trying to ignore my birthday this year. Of course, Britt, my wife, would not let that happen. She's like, we got to celebrate. We got to do the things.
When did I lose control over the ability to celebrate? I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. We didn't
really
really
have to do anything. We got to do something. No, we don't.
We ended up going out on the lake for a few hours. So that was really awesome. But the rest of the weekend was bush cutting and mulch. And
Well, yeah.
you know springtime is around when you see those little red scary wasps flying around everywhere.
Yeah.
And so not only those, but those wood bees are in my backyard like crazy. So I'm doing my business. I'm trying to pay attention to the wasps that are flying around, but there wasn't a ton, but there was a few here or there. As I'm cutting the bush, though, I kind of lose track of thinking about the wasps, not worried about it. I didn't really see any around me.
Yeah.
I lean. Yeah, so they're big bushes. So you got to kind of like lean almost all the way into them to get to the top of the bush.
Yeah.
Just to kind of set the scene. So I'm leaning all the way in, and I'm pretty positive that I put my nipple on a wasp.
Nice.
Because
oh yeah, here we go.
I've had a few,
Yeah.
but then
Then
again,
my nipples got stung by a wasp.
so I could probably show you.
Oh,
what
this is as
It's-
sexy as this is.
I don't know, I
This
can
is
show
as
my
sexy as this podcast has ever gotten.
I got stung within a couple inches of my nipple
Nice.
by a wasp,
Nice
and it
job.
was intense, sheer pain, like
That's
a
great.
knife went through my nipple.
Yeah.
Of all the places on your body,
Nipple is
imagine a
very
knife
sensitive.
with
It's a
like
very
an ice
sensitive.
pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
An ice pick to the nipple is
good.
the best way I can describe how that felt. So I'm holding. It was just a dangerous scenario to get an ice pick to the nipple. because
That,
I'm
by the way,
holding-
I don't. That was the name of my single in 1986. Ice pick to the nipple. It was when I was a pop star.
That's the band I was in high
It
school.
was the name of our first single.
So I'm holding the trimmer, which can cut your fingers off if
Sure,
you drop it the wrong way or cut.
Yeah.
So
If you're stung in the
immediately
nipple. Yeah.
your instinct when you get stung in a nipple is to just forget everything else you're doing.
That's what they teach you in. I don't know. It's that and
So-
stop, drop, and roll. If you ever get stung in the nipple, just drop whatever you're doing and roll.
If you're sitting on our couch, you can see out the back window and you can see what I was doing. My wife was watching television, and she sees me yell and throw the cutter, the trimmer.
It's just and then the clippers fly in the air and
Yeah.
shoot you.
It's oh my god! Huh? So her first immediate thought is that I have no hand anymore. Like I
That's
just
good.
trimmed off the whole wrist. So I didn't see it, but her sister was in town, so she told me Britt hustled up from the couch as fast as she could, caught the like rug on the way out the door with her feet, and was
Oh,
like the
no.
Flintstones.
Yeah.
And just slid. So she almost hurt herself trying to get to me because I was hurt.
Oh my gosh.
But it was the most intense pain that I've felt from an injury in a long time. And I've broken my arm before.
Yeah.
I've cut myself pretty bad, but the pain of a wasp to the nipple, like it's just yeah. There we go. That was Brett trying to get to me.
Brett trying to
So I pull my shirt off as fast as I can. There is a giant purple mark. We're trying to look for the stinger in there because it is just throbbing like pain, like somebody's tattooing my whole chest
that's it.
over and over. She's putting the medicine that we have on it, trying to like make sure the stinger's not still in there.
trying to use the clamps to get the stinger out. The nipple clamps against the
Nothing like some needle nose tweezers
Oh, yeah.
sticking in your nipple too. So
Stop, it's getting too sexy.
can we get some sexy music as I tell the story? But so that was probably the worst part. It was the sheer pain for about an hour
Seems like it would be.
around my whole
Your areola.
my areola, my whole like pec was just throbbing. It finally goes away. I'm like, all right, we're good. About 2 hours later, I experienced the joy of it coming back.
Oh no.
we go get some more stuff at Home Depot for more yard stuff that we're trying to do, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh god, oh. People at Home Depot probably thought I was having a seizure because it would just I didn't know it was coming. It was just one of those unexpected like sheer ice pick pains to the nipple for about like 15 seconds. So I almost fell over. It was so painful, but I'm making weird faces and holding my boob and like just like bent over for a little bit until it went away at home.
That's rough. I mean, that's a rough weekend is what that is.
This is how yard work goes. This is what happens to do handiwork is there's always never have been stung in the nipple before. This was a new experience for me, and it was intense. That the every once in a while pain went on for another 10 hours. Yeah. So about for the next like 5-6 hours, it was just like every once in a while, just a sheer throbbing pain through my nipple.
Right.
And that is not a fun experience. 1 out of 10. I do not recommend.
This is not like the last time that we had to put ice on the nipples and yeah.
Oh yeah.
To get the stinger out.
So I got stung. I got stung by a wasp in the nipple. Yeah. Let me tell you about my nipple, baby.
Your nipples are so puffy.
That wasp got all up in there. It probed me like you wouldn't believe. It was in and out.
All right, I'm all right.
It was in and out.
Everybody, calm down. I'm all right. All right.
I told my pastor that story today, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
He's pretty awesome, and I had to tell somebody because it was just such an odd experience. And he said,
"It's been 7 days since my last confession."
Well, he came back with a story. He said, "Yeah, I had a buddy in college got his nipple pierced one time, and I just could never understand why he'd want to do that." He said it was the absolute worst pain that he's ever been in for about a week and a half.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see where that would be very similar.
I know now we'll never get my nipples pierced.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Which would be really odd at my age.
I don't need that to happen to me for me to figure out that I'll never have my nipples pierced.
Nor am I getting a tattoo right near the areola. That ain't happening.
So puffy. How does it feel to know that you have your very own Pornhub category?
Wasp pricks.
Yeah, puffy nipple.
I can't even say wasp that well.
Yeah. Coming up here in just a few minutes, I am fascinated by the Johnny Depp trial and some of the stuff that's coming out of the Johnny Depp trial. That is just a whole ball of crazy.
Weird is that relationship? Or was it? Oh my God.
Can you both just take halvesies on like, okay, we're both weird. Like, just like nobody's got to be, everybody's strange. Everybody's strange. We were all beating up on one another.
At what point did they not just sit back and go, you know what? This is going to be a really public trial. And there's some weird shit that we did. Let's just see how we can settle this.
We are into some weird things, Amber. Maybe we not air this out right here, Amber. Just saying. We'll do that next. Johnny Depp is on trial right now in Virginia because Amber Heard, his estranged, is it ex? Maybe it's ex. I don't know if it's estranged. I don't know. She wrote an op-ed in the New York Post. I'm sorry, make that the Washington Post, that talked about the amount of the abuse that she was a victim of, but never named Johnny Depp directly. And Johnny Depp said
this is weird.
Johnny Depp she was referring to, and that it has killed his career.
Those several mentions to my ex-husband, being that she was married to Johnny Depp previously, may have given that away.
I don't want to mention any names, but Ronnie Rep is his name. And
he was in Riots of the Caribbean.
Right, yeah, you might have heard him. Dr. Rack Marrow. All right. Just Johnny is on the stand. I don't know if Amber is going to take the stand or not, but I want to hear the other side of these stories. Here's an exchange that happened the other day between the two, where you get a sense of the communication between the two of them. Here's a clip.
You send Miss Heard a text that says, "Thank you for your letter. I love you." She writes, "Thank you for mine." And then you write, "The only reason we go for the throat is love." And then she writes, "My throat is yours. You're going to be the death of me, but I don't care." And then you write, "I have other uses for your throat, which do not include injury." I have other uses for your throat, which
Yeah,
do
repeat
not
that,
include
please.
injury.
Sorry, could you read that again?
Do your words, sir. Right? I read that right, correct?
You did.
You did.
I always feel bad for the poor court reporter that's just over there typing like,
Nancy, did you get that? Nancy,
my throat is yours.
my throat is yours for the
I have other
pounding.
uses for your throat. Did I hear that
Was
correctly?
that correct for the throat? Oh, I get what you're talking about. Okay, all right.
Why are these two not writing for Hallmark is what I want to know.
I
at
don't
this
know,
point.
but that is
Wow.
that is,
Romance.
that is something, Johnny, for the throat. I have uses for your throat.
Did you see he had to go on stand and explain how and why that she or a friend pooped in his bed?
If you ever, I mean, and look, unless you've revenged pooped, you don't understand what exactly Amber Heard was doing.
So the story goes that she had a big birthday bash. All her friends were there. He got angry and was like, "I'm out of here. I can't do this. This is annoying."
Right.
And leaves. So then sometime during the night, one of her or her friends, Johnny wasn't sure, but knew it wasn't the dog because it was a human-sized poop.
Right. This is not the Chihuahua.
Went to his side of the bed and pooped in the bed. The maid found it the next day, called Johnny, said there's human poop in your bed. Somebody pulled a sheet over it too. So that obviously wasn't the dog either, right?
Right.
I don't see the dog yanking the sheet back over what he did.
Right.
And so Amber's claiming, of course, that, it was the dogs, it wasn't us. And then Johnny's like, no, you shit in my bed. And that was the last straw. That's when he said, I knew I needed a divorce.
Crazy. Yeah. I wonder if Amber did that thing that dogs do when they know they messed up. Like when Johnny says, did you shit in my bed? And the dog just like looks up and doesn't like make eye contact. Did you shit in the bed? Did you shit in the bed? Look at me. Look at me. No.
Yeah. Right after that, she gets on trial and she's like, and then he smacked me on the nose with a newspaper. No. Amber, bad girl.
Amber, no. Not shit on the bed.
Yeah. So the bad part about the whole trial is that she's claiming that he was abusive and he's saying absolutely not. I've never hit a woman in my life, but I think there was just toxicity along the whole lines of this.
It just seems like everybody. Is it possible for everybody to have played the wrong part?
I've pissed off some exes. I've never pissed off an ex enough to shit on my side of the bed and hope that I slid into it.
No, I've upset people in my life. Never. I don't think ever anybody has ever shit in my bed to get back at me. I'm gonna get back at that son of a bitch.
No, son of a bitch. You know what I got to do right now? Shit. And those velour sheets are going to have it right now.
I'm going to ruin those sheets.
That's the other thing. Like, it's Johnny Depp's sheets. So he's not buying the
it's
300 count
sheets,
ones from the mall,
Yeah. There's the Pirates of the Caribbean money paid for those sheets.
Those sheets probably cost more than my house and she shit in them.
Right. No. I have
we didn't mention also that she was dressing like him for a good part of the beginning of the trial. She would show up to court in outfits that he was wearing, like the same outfit.
I did not read that. Get out.
I didn't figure out if it was like the same day that she was dressed exactly like him, or he would wear something and then the next day she would wear the same suit and
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So she is psychotic.
That's nuts. They're both psychotic. I don't want to make it sound like we're just like bagging on Amber. They both sound crazy.
They were crazy for each other. Love will make you do crazy things, and especially if you're Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
That thing burns white hot, and when it wears off, it's everybody got to go. We got to go.
Yeah,
I have video of a woman from a talk show in Britain who is a Johnny Depp super fan.
Oh Lord.
Okay, and she follows Johnny Depp wherever he goes. This is from the ITV show Lorraine.
Okay.
We've just been talking about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp court case this morning, and we can now talk to somebody who has been in the courtroom all week, queuing from the wee small hours, around about 1 o'clock in the morning for her seat. Yvonne de Boer is a Johnny Depp super fan. I think the Johnny Depp super fan. She follows the star all over the world. He's obviously hugely important to her. Yvonne, thank you for joining us this morning. As I said, you've been at that courthouse every day. How are you feeling as a huge fan of the man to see him take the stand? And he does look incredibly vulnerable, actually. You know, I think a lot of people are quite worried about him. What do you think?
I'm
Good
crazy.
morning, Lorraine. Thank you very much. I've actually been here for 2 weeks. I'm taking my whole year vacation to be here for Johnny. So, yes, he is extremely vulnerable.
That's all the trial needs, by the way, is more crazy people.
You took
More
vacation for a celebrity trial. What is wrong with you? That I already thought you were crazy, but that makes it even. That takes us to another level.
Mr. Smith, I'm going to need 3 full weeks off. Oh, what are you doing? You going on a cruise? No, I'm going to the Johnny Depp trial in Virginia.
I got to be his support. Nobody else
brought me to
supports him.
tears many times while I'm in the courtroom. It's very difficult for me to watch, but I'm happy he finally gets to speak his truth, and we get to hear from him what happened to him and what's going on. But it has been very meaningful and very deep for me to be there. But as I've said, I'm there just for him. So I'm
Look,
happy
I can tell you, I've been at many a book signings, and I know Johnny. I know that man, and I know that she's lying.
This chick thinks that she's a part of Johnny Depp's life.
Oh, for
support
sure.
him and be there.
Does he
He's got
know
3
that
selfies with him. She's best friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy to support him and be there.
Does he know that you are there? Because obviously you know each other. You've met him many, many times.
No, but no, Lorraine, his security does, though. His
No,
security
yeah,
for
no.
sure knows I'm there.
He knows her in the extent that there is a picture of her hanging near the door that says, if you see this person, you need to, if you see this person, call back up.
She's like, last time I was there, I shit in his suitcase just so he would know I was there.
There's a ring
he loves
that you gave him, and he has been wearing that. So does he know you're there supporting him?
He does. We greet each other every morning, of course, being very respectful what the judge wishes, the jurors, the court, the case, not to jeopardize. But we pretty much will have our little secret greetings, hellos, a couple little.
Yeah, the greeting is, by the way, hi, Johnny, hi, Johnny, hi, Johnny. And he's like, that's the one. That's the extent of the greeting.
blowing kisses here and there. We'll stare at each other while he's on the stand. So he definitely knows I'm there, and he knows that he has a lot of supporters there for him. So I hope that gives him strength and, really helps him to make it through it.
Man, you're making him nervous. There's no, he's not giving him strength. You're making him more nervous.
Yeah, you're looking at him.
Now he's worried about a bullet from the back of his head.
Yeah, the old Mark Chapman.
We know how Virginia, we know how this ends. Calm it down, please.
Yeah, we've seen this end.
Stop showing up to his house.
It's like he really is your whole life.
He has been for 36. So since Edward Scissorhands, I fell in love with him.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands. I mean, look how attractive he was in that movie.
Of course.
That he is, his acting ability, just the man himself. And I've been lucky. I mean, I've met him on several occasions. I'm from Los Angeles, so I go to concerts, I go to premieres, different things. So he knows me by name. He knows me by sight. If he sees me, he'll come to me first. So
yep, you're on the list. Guarantee you're on the list.
You're on a list. He's coming to you for something. Yes.
Not the good list. You're on a list.
Nice relationship, a very good friendship. Maybe special, closer than a friendship, but it's been fantastic. I've been very, very lucky.
Do you really want to be more involved in his life, or are you happy the way it is, or would you like to be in his inner circle? What do you think?
Lorraine, come on.
That's a leading Lorraine's question. Teeing this up. Lorraine knows exactly what she's doing. She's teeing this up. Would you say you have some of Johnny's hair at your house?
How many locks of his hair do you have in the shrine that's in your basement with the candles?
Everybody would like to be. It's a nice place.
Amber Heard does not want to be. Amber Heard does not want to be in his inner circle anymore.
I don't know. I feel like she kind of does. There's also been moments in the trial I've seen where he won't look at her. He just looks straight ahead at the judge or whatever he's got to look at. She continuously is looking over to the side, right at where he's at. Just keeps paying attention to what he's doing or saying, how his reaction.
All of it. Both of them are psycho.
To be, of course, not so easy. He's a celebrity, and even without his celebrity, that's his personal life. I would love to. I'm pretty well in there already. Maybe
No, you're
not.
not. No, you're not. You're not anywhere near his inner circle already.
Virginia. Yeah, you're not. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but there are certain celebrities, not all of them, but a lot of celebrities that end up having the list that we talk about. Where, yeah,
of course you're. Of course. Yes, Virginia, you are on the list.
There was a. I don't want to call her out too much by name, but
Dolly Parton. No,
it rhymes with B Swizzle.
Right.
I was at one of her concerts one time, and a guy showed up that was on the list. So
what's that like?
I was I was just kind of paying attention because I was back there and I saw the security like freaking out about it. And then I heard them on the earpieces like, you confirmed? That's definitely him. Okay. Here's what we need to do. They were like positioning, they were finding the person, what seat he was in, and they were going to kick him out of the concert. Like the whole show.
The eagle is in the nest. The eagle is in the nest.
Yes.
Repeat, the eagle is in the nest.
It was interesting to kind of like just watch them.
I would imagine so.
To somebody showing up to this guy. Apparently, I heard through the grapevine has made threats, has tried to sneak his way in with different names. They have pseudo names for this guy when he shows up to the shows and tries to get on the lists to get back because he's so psychotic. Yeah, that's how.
As much as
I can't even fathom how that is for a celebrity's mind. Like,
well, we consider
that obsessed.
Like for 30-something years, this woman has been in Johnny Depp's life.
But I'm happy any way that I can see him and be with him and have that special bond with him that we have. So I'm very happy. Like I said,
she really does think she's a part of his life.
There's no bond, Virginia. You were psychotic. You keep showing up at his places of wherever he's at, and he's scared of you.
If you have to take 3 weeks off of your job to be at a thing that he's doing, something's not right.
I guarantee you, Virginia knows where and how many cameras he has in his driveway.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course.
Very fortunate.
And do you think that he's happy with you? I mean, he's happy with the fact that you do spend
No, he's not.
I love Lorraine. Lorraine's going in on this.
Lorraine is teeing this crazy bitch up.
What's her answer? Here we go.
Of your time and an awful lot of your money invested in him.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he is. He knows that when I go to premieres or let's say concerts or queuing up here, I'm there at 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever it takes. So he's used to seeing me. I know he really appreciates it. He always thanks me. He thanks all of his fans for any time we spend.
I'd like to point out, by the way, that she's been talking for about 3 minutes and they're cycling through the pictures of Lorraine and Johnny, and they're cycling through the same 3 pictures.
3 pictures.
All right. The same 3 pictures.
She's showing up to court like it's a concert. Like, remember when you used to wait for concert tickets for like 3 hours in line before they all went online and you could buy them?
She's showing up to concert like it's her job. Like it's her job to do so. Well, I got to be there tomorrow at 9.
Oh, this is not good.
And to be with him, he probably thinks that we're a little crazy standing out in the cold all the time waiting. I wait from 24 to 72 hours just to see him for 2 minutes.
Just stop while you're ahead. Please stop. Virginia, please get some help. Get help. Go to therapy. All right. So this whole trial has actually taught me a few things about a former neighbor that I did not want to know.
Okay.
I won't call his name out, but I posted so I posted the article about the testimony. That's the word I was looking for. The testimony of when he was talking about the poop in his bed.
Mm-hmm.
Why was my former neighbor's comment, "Oh, he's into scat play"?
Sure. Well, I mean,
I didn't know that's what it was called. First
I did. Let's start there. I knew that's what it was called. Let's start there.
Why was he so excited to comment that? Like right away, first comment.
I don't know that you can draw that conclusion about her pooping in the bed. That it was some sort of foreplay. I don't think that's
know.
what it was.
No, but what it makes me draw the conclusion is that he
But Jeff
knew
it
exactly
totally
what that is. We'll call him Jeff. Knew what it
That's his
was,
name.
and
His
he's
name
down
is
for
Jeff.
it too.
His name is
Yeah.
Jeff, and he lives right next door to you. That's his name.
And he hates my electric mower.
He doesn't like your electric mower, and he's into people pooping on his chest.
That's not that neighbor. But yes, that has totally like made me like. Thank God I don't live next to him anymore, and I rarely will see him. But if I do see him at the grocery store now, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be awkward,
Yeah.
especially if he's holding a Snickers or something. It's I can't. I can't even imagine that scenario.
She's into scat play. Oh, there you go.
How did you know that was called?
I just knew that was the name
now
of the
I feel weird
term.
about you too.
Well, look, I have to buy rubber sheets from time to time. What do you want?
Who does that? Who does it?
Look,
Each their own, I guess. But good God, that's
there are certain websites upon websites upon websites upon websites about this exact thing.
Would you stop while you're ahead? Why do you know this too?
I'm not saying I know it. I'm just saying that's what
You said
I'm
there's
saying
like
that any
there's at least 14 websites I know.
I'm telling you that it's not a big thing for me, but I know it is a big thing for some. It's not.
Now you and Jeff are weird to me.
I mean, because I'm into scat play, apparently. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Can we get a scatter on the old podcast?
Stupid-a-bop,
We couldn't get the
bop,
swingers. Coming up next episode, we're going to find a scatter. It's just some guy that's like,
I hired the
Boom,
chick to go to my
boom.
house for scat.
You're like,
She shows
that's-
up to the front door.
I was totally in
Wasn't-
Vegas one time. I called this prostitute up, and she was totally into scat play, and I was so excited until she got there, and all she wanted to skitty the whole time. I didn't even get laid because she wouldn't quit. Skitty bow.
She brought a guy with a trumpet that put a plunger on the end of it.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, but good God, it's annoying. Got to ruin the mood, you know. Trying to get shitted on. She's over here
laying there trying. Somebody wants somebody to poop on my chest, and she won't stop.
That digressed hard. That went down a whole nother lane.
Oh, VirIdiocy coming up here in just a few minutes. We have another punch. We have another punch to dissect. We'll do that coming up. Welcome back to it. This is weird. We have had a lot of punches in the news. I guess a slap. I'm calling Will Smith's thing a punch, but it was a slap. But Mike Tyson.
This week, when you say punch and Mike Tyson in the same sentence, you hope it's nobody's face involved.
You've certainly seen the video of Mike Tyson from TMZ punching a dude's face.
He was on an airline. They were in first class.
This is weird.
They were leaving from San Francisco, I read.
San Francisco to Miami, I believe.
This guy, Mike, was nice enough, apparently, to take a selfie with this guy that was behind him. And then we've all had the annoying person behind us on the flight. Mike Tyson is not the one.
No,
he is not the one. When you're trying to annoy somebody, let's leave Mike Tyson alone.
Yeah, here's a video of Mike Tyson.
This is George talking to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson.
All up in his ear. Yep.
Yeah, he's dude. And by the way, the very first video, like on the page, is Mike Tyson punching the guy. But then if you go further down, you can see that the guy's doing videos how drunk and or obnoxious he's being to Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson trying to give us some shrooms. You don't know how to act. Tyson looking out, man. This shit crazy. He should have never gave you niggas money.
That's the face of a guy that doesn't look like he doesn't know that he's about to get the shit beat out of him.
Is he calling
by
the
a
people
former heavyweight champion?
He's sitting in first class too. Is he calling the people in like what is it? What do they call it?
Business class or
yeah. Is he calling them peasants? The people in the back of the
I think so. I think so.
I missed that part of the video. If he was going to get punched by somebody, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
he was gonna get. Yeah, correct. This has not been Mike Tyson. It could have been a guy named Ted, and Ted was gonna go off, but it just happened to be the former heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Oh, so Tyson's over the seat, just throwing knuckles.
Why would
His face.
that is great. It's great. The
Now
cut
it's
to
just
the
the sad
gut.
face emoji. Sad face
Oh,
emoji
just
with
the
blood coming
sad
out.
face because he got the shit beat out of him by Mike Tyson.
How was he alive? How is he? He doesn't
know.
even have any eyes at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Flight. My boy just got beat up by Mike Tyson. Turn that way. Yeah, he got up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the best case scenario there,
I mean,
bro.
it really is. It really, he looks better than a guy that got the shit beat out that had just had Mike Tyson wail on him for a few minutes.
It's obvious Mike didn't have a good angle because
Right.
this guy's still alive.
Right, correct. Yeah, she
I
tried to
just-
punch down.
I know he was drunk, but I can't not get through my mind what part of his brain was like, I bet if we annoy the shit out of Mike Tyson, something will happen.
This is gonna go well.
Trying to ask
This
for
is
autographs.
we're gonna be besties. Mike Tyson has a short fuse. We all know that. He's several occasions has shown us that he has a short fuse, unless you're a pigeon.
I think that Mike Tyson over the years has been trying to do work on his short fuse. Like I think that he got this guy managed to get past the calm, like more sedate version of Mike Tyson that has been around for the last few years, but he's still the guy that can beat the ever loving crap out of anybody he wants to.
My feeling, this guy's kind of young. He's younger than us, and maybe, just maybe, he never knew Mike Tyson was a boxer. He was just like, hey, I'm gonna annoy this guy that was in The Hangover. Remember him, the actor?
Right.
That actor that was in The Hangover. So I'm gonna
This guy,
totally
the
annoy
guy
him
that's
on
got
this
the
fight.
cartoon, the guy that's got the cartoon on Adult Swim. Right. I don't think he probably can't fight.
No, I'm telling you, nobody in our generation that played Mike Tyson's Punch Out and was and tried their ass off as Little Mac to get to Mike Tyson and beat him would ever piss him off on a flight, because we know how hard that fight is.
No,
We've been there.
I can't believe, like, just Mike just going to town.
Doc Louie would have totally talked him out of that.
Glass Joe gonna fix this.
Damn, he's
Oh my
lucky. That guy
God.
came out lucky.
He really did. He has a couple of scratches on his head.
Yeah, I don't think any charges were filed. I
think dude's gonna sue him.
Oh,
Dude's definitely gonna sue him.
yeah, he's getting money. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what he was trying for. Like, if
That
I
was
take
the
a couple
game.
punches from Tyson, I'll get paid.
Would you take a punch from Mike Tyson if it meant you were gonna get a payday?
Maybe at that angle. maybe
At that
if I
angle?
knew I could duck underneath a plane seat and just take the light knuckle blows. I don't
Just
know.
like, yeah, you know that you're gonna get a huge payday, and all you have to do is just like take a couple of punches.
This guy has put professionals on the mat in under a minute.
Right.
I don't ever imagine that it would take more than one or two square punches to be lights out. I'd be in a casket.
Yeah,
That's my
that's what
feeling
happens when
with
Mike
Tyson.
Tyson hits you. Like,
Even
that's-
old Mike Tyson. Even like, how old is he now? 60.
Well, he's probably in
something?
his 60s now. He could probably still light you up.
Let's make him 86. Let's say Tyson's 86 and he's going to punch me in the face. I'm
Right.
still not taking it.
Still not. Yeah, Mike Tyson's famous quote is always, "Everybody has a plan until they get punched.
Just in the face. Yeah.
Until they get a punch in the face."
Yeah.
That's his big. And I would imagine that's probably very true.
I don't have the Instagram, but Ice-T shared. I don't know if it was a meme or something he wrote. I think he wrote it on Twitter and then shared it on Instagram where I saw it. But it said, that's the problem with this generation. Nobody thinks that they'll actually get punched in the face. Like, yeah.
Maybe that
Yeah.
needs to happen more often.
Oh,
that's
Mike
nice.
Tyson. Mike Tyson is not the one. I'll say it again. He is not the one. If you run into Mike Tyson, he's not just an actor.
He's not. Dude is just drunk.
But
Yeah.
this is going to be a story for his entire. He's going to tell everybody that
Of
will
course.
listen. how-
Well,
what
yeah,
the-
when
one
if
time
you-
he
yeah.
survived getting punched by Mike Tyson, because
Yeah.
I would totally,
Because there's
overload.
no justice in America. Somehow this guy will turn into a thing that we have to deal
Oh,
with now.
He'll be on Dr. Phil next week.
Right,
Then he'll be
yeah.
like famous, like that bad baby girl that cash me outside. She just bought a $6 million house in
Yeah,
Florida.
somehow. Yeah, I will tell you what. I'll go money in early. this guy's going to win his season of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, and he's going to be. It's funny. He's also going to be in a fight with Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah, Jake Paul.
Very
Jake
soon.
Paul. You know, Jake Paul wants a piece. Jake Paul fight anything with 2 arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's $1 million paycheck involved. Jake Paul will get in the ring with it. It's an octopus with 8 boxing gloves on. Jake Paul's
Jake
fighting
Paul's
next
there.
weekend.
Jake Paul is there. An octopus with 8 gloves. It's just Jake Paul swinging at an octopus. What the cover?
Please make that happen. Whoever the powers that be, please get Jake Paul in a ring with this guy from the airline.
Or an octopus. I would do an octopus as well. I would
Or
also
an
pay for
octopus.
that.
Yeah, that's another idea for you.
There you go. There's the VirIdiocy for the week. Oh,
do we even have any Mike Tyson punch out music to go along?
I thought I had some, but I don't.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. I love that game.
That's it.
I spent years of my life trying to beat Mike Tyson.
Sure.
Well, appreciate you being a part of This Is Weird family and joining us each week on This Is Weird podcast.
Thank you very much for following us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and see the show on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, and follow along. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of it. And
if there's anything you learned from this episode, there's don't be Virginia, the lady that is obsessed with Johnny.
Right.
Don't be a Virginia, and don't be the guy on a flight next to Mike Tyson.
And if you can arrange a fight with an octopus and Jake Paul, make that happen, because I think there's a payday for it. There's a payday for you. All right, we'll talk to you later.
See ya.